Hello everyone, welcome to another animation tutorial. So I am Martino and today we are going to see how to make this. We are going to see how to make this animation. So we have like 8 points, you see 8 point or like containers that are moving from this position or like a position to another one, you see, like this. Yeah, like this. So this is what you are going to see basically. So before starting, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. Thanks. Okay, so let's just dive into it. So in this session, we are going to use the Zap.run editor. Okay, so for those who don't know Zap, okay, Zap is an online Dart and Flutter editor, so it's made by Invertase, and it's very cool because it has like a lot of things. For example, you can add your GitHub account, you can link it directly, and it helps for those who have like a memory issue with their computer. You see, so it's very practical, and that's what we are going to see. Maybe in another session, I'll make a video or like I'll talk deeply about Zap and how you can use it. Yes, but for now, let's just dive into the code. Okay. Okay. So to in order to do this animation, I have created a list of colors. So basically, I have 8 colors here, and the colors are pretty um, identical to what we are seeing on the video. You see, so we have the blue, the purple, and so on and so forth. You see, so we are going to use this to create, yeah, to make the animation. So one thing to do first is to place like these squares on the cycle. You see, so in order to do it, we are going to use a stack widget. And no, you need to know that, for example, if I take a cycle here, for example, let's take a cycle, okay? If I take this cycle, the circumference of the cycle is basically C, for example. It is C that is equal to, let's say, 2p, okay? And now, if I put like, for example, the center here, and the center, and I have like 8 points, it means that each angle, or like the angle between like 2 points, is basically alpha, for example, and the alpha is equal to c divided by the number, like the n, the number of items that you are going to place on the screen. So in our case, it is 8, you see. So it is like 2p divided by 8. So 8 is the number of items we are going to represent. So this will be like the angle that you are going to use, and also we are in a kind of if we want to get like the height of a point here, we are going to use like the cosine, okay? And if we want to get like the width of that same point, you see, like this. Okay, let me illustrate more what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So if I have like a point, okay, let's take like this. Oh no, oh, I don't really master this. Okay. So first of all, okay, so if you have like a point here, okay, so the head of the point, or like if you want to get the head, you see, it will be like cosine of the angle, you see, that is separating the angle, like the point and the origin that is here, you see. So we have 0, for example, here, and we have our point alpha, for example, okay. So like, no, so what I mean is that this will be the head, okay, and also this will be the width, and this head is like the cosine, like it is like this value multiplied by the cosine, okay? And this value, like the width, is like the same value multiplied by the sine. You see? So I know it's a little bit of math, but yeah, in the code it's very simple to make. Okay, so let's just dive into it really quickly. All right. So let me go back to my editor. And here, as I said, we are going to use a stack widget. All right. So have a stack. See, this is very interesting program. Uh, the web. That's very interesting. Okay, so I have stack. Okay, and the stack has like children, and for children, I'll generate a list based on the color list that I already yeah created. Okay, so I have a list that generate color list element that length, and I'll give it an index. All right. Okay, and here as we are going to position element, we're just going to use like the positions. Yes. All right. So for now, that's the same thing to do. And now the position, we'll have like and a top and bottom. No, a right. Okay. So for now, I'll just keep it like this, and a right also. And also keep it like this, no problem. We'll get back to it. And now we'll define like a container. And the container will get like a head. I'll give it 60. And the width, once again, okay, 60 also. All right. And the child. So the child, oh no child, okay. It will be like a decoration. So box decoration. In the box decoration, first of all, we have like the border, and for the border we'll use the border that all and the color, and now we'll give it the color uh the color item of the list. All right, so with also I'll give it, for example, 8. Why not? And now we also have like a small border radius. If you can observe it well, we have like about a small border radius, and border radius that circular. And here also we have a value. So here I'll just give it 5. Why not? So as I was saying, we have our positioned item, okay, and we already know like the value of our angle. That is here. I think yeah, this is the value of our angle. All right. Okay. So now if we go back to the code, how to do it? Okay, it is here. All right. Okay, so I have like the angle value. I'll call it final. No, I'll define it as a final. Okay, and here we have two. Okay, let me import math. So math import math. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll make an alias. Just math. Okay. So 2 times maths.p, okay, divided by 8. Now, each specific value of an item, because we already have like e or like I for the item. So each specific value will be like 2 multiplied by math.py, multiplied now by the index. All right. The index here, it is I, but we already have like a list of 8 items. So the first index will be 0. So we need to add one to like the current value that we have. All right. Okay. So instead of I, we will just make a plus one. Okay, and wrap it inside a parenthesis. All right, so like this, you get me? And now we can then use this value, the cosine for like the head, okay, for because the position here it represents like the head of you know um, the point, and also the right represent the weight. Okay, so here we have mod that pi. It's basically like mod that I think mod that cosine but that cosine and give it the angle. Okay, and the math that sine will give it also angle. So for now, I think we are good. Let let me just run the code to see if it really works. It's taking some time, so I'll just go back. Okay, I'll just remove this for now. Hmm. It's taking some time. Okay, no problem. Let's just wait and let's see the result. Okay, so we have something like this. It's very normal. Okay, don't mind. So this is because the origin is somewhere here. So we just try to multiply the current value by some values to extend it. Okay, so I'll just use 70. Feel free to change the value if you want to experiment more. No problem. Okay, so I'm just waiting for it to run. Okay. Yeah. So we already have something like this. Okay. So now, you see here is because the origin of like you know of the screen is somewhere here. Okay. So we just make some kind of translation. So let's just translate like this whole thing somewhere here. You know. So in order to do it, I'll use a transform that translate widget. Okay. So I have I transform that translates. So it takes in parameter the offsets. And here, I'll just use like the size of the screen. So for that, I will define a new variable here. No, it's not like a variable. A new constant, basically. So it is a major query that contains that size. Right. Okay. You know, here as you are moving um, this part somewhere here, we are going to the uh, reversed direction of the screen. Okay, so it will be minus size that, let's say, width divided by 2. Okay, and now we are going down, so it will be size that height divided by 2. Okay, let's wait for the result. Let's wait. Let's wait. Okay. I think it's good now. Okay. I think, yeah, we have it somewhere here. So I'll just arrange it a bit. So I'll put this value to it. I want to center it more. Yeah. Let's center it. Center. All right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Okay, so now I think it is better than what we had before. And now, one thing to notice, let's get back to the video. So one thing to notice is that the value here here and here also. You see they are rotated. So we are going to apply it like a rotation, to the items in order to rotate them correctly. So in order to do that, we just use the transform that rotates. Yeah, here we will wrap the container inside of it, uh, and rotate. Okay, and the rotate take into parameter um, the angle. So we'll just give it directly the angle. Notice that the angle is already in radius because P marks that P is a radius value. Okay, so now if we apply the angle and we run it again, I think all should be good now. I think all should be good. All should be good. All should be good. Let's see. Yeah, cool. So all is good for now. So you can clearly see that what we have here is basically what we also have here. So I think that's good for us now. Okay. Now next thing to do is to animate like the whole the whole um the whole thing that we already have. Okay. So once again let's go back and let's see how the animation goes. So if I take into reference the blue one, okay, you see that the blue yeah, animate from here to somewhere here, you see. So is it like a vertical direction, and for one is like on the line. And what is happening here is that the angle is changing. The angle of each item is changing, you see. So here is it like we are let's say we are adding um the I can say like the circumference, like the angle of the cycle divided by 2. That is basically 2p divided by 2. That is equal to p. All right. Okay. So that's what we are adding here. So in order to make this, I'll go back. Okay. And now I will start doing some animation things. So for that, I will add first of all the ticker provider state mixing. Okay. And I will create first of all an animation controller. Okay, so I have an animation controller. Okay, I think that's good for now. And I'll create also my angle animation. Right, I'll make it nullable also. And here I will properly define the animation controller. So the animation controller is equal to animation controller. Give it a duration, milliseconds in there. I get it there. Okay, no problem. And also we define my angle animation. Oh, let me put an underscore here. I like to do things like this to make it more local. Uh, animation. And here is basically a twin because it is like animation between one value to another one. So we use a twin. Okay, so it is moving from let's just say it is moving from like this value to p. Okay, so 0 to p. Okay, 0 to p. Like the circumference is 2p. So the circumference divided by 2 is p. All right, so it is moving from 0 to p. So the twin will be between p and 2p. So that's add the beginning and the end will be maths that p. All right. And now animate it. I'll just animate it automatically like this. Animate. Oh no. Animate curve. I'll give it a curved animation. And basically, it takes two params, the parents and the curve. Okay, so parents is our animation. Okay, so here we'll give it the animation controller as a parent, and also the curve. I'll just take a curve randomly is out. You can check out other curves in order to make the effect you want. That's not the point here, so I'll not stick on it. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. What's happening here? I don't really understand. Oh, okay. It's telling you that the fleet is not used. It's really done. It's not normal because I just use it here, but let's just skip. Okay. So next thing to do is now to try to forward our animation. So I'll just use the animation controller. That forwards. Okay. And we'll create add a listener, okay, to our controller. Add the listener. So you can clearly see on the video, if I go back, okay, you can clearly see that it is starting from here to here, and then it is reversing. You see, we have some kind of reversing. So that's exactly what I'm going to add here to the listener. So the idea is whenever the animation is completed, I'm taking the status, okay, animation status that's completed. Whenever the animation is completed, I will just reverse it, okay? Animation controller, that the reverse. All right. And let me add a set state here. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, cool. All right. I think it's good now. And yeah, all right. We have just finished defining our animation. And now we'll apply it here, okay? So from this value to this value, okay? So I'll just add the animation, the angle animation, that value, animation, that value. Okay, yeah, it is missing the underscore. Now let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, so you see what we have? It is working, I think. Yeah, because it is reversing. No, not reversing. Okay, it is forwarding from this position to this position and then stops. Let's see it again. Okay, that's what you have. Starting from here to here. Okay, that is not a problem for now. Now, um, let's just do something. I'll just forward it. I'll repeat this animation to help us see properly what is going on. Okay, so here I'll just repeat it. Okay, no problem. That repeats. So I will repeat it with also the reversing part. So I'll just add the reverse property. I'll turn it to true. So you will see the changes. Now, I think all good. Now I think we should remove this value. We don't need it anymore. All right, so we don't need this anymore. So next thing to notice in the animation, you can see that when going like this, when it's turning like this, it is uh, it is forwarding. Like the duration is I can say is less than when it is turning back. You see here and now here. Yeah. So I don't know if you know. I don't know if you have noticed it, but we can play with that by changing or like updating the reverse duration here. So like this, we can define another duration, duration, and give it milliseconds. And here, for example, let's give to it 1000. So basically 1 second. But yeah, let's keep it there. Now you can remark like the changes. Wait. We are waiting. Now it is loading. Okay. Yeah. So you can now see that when it is coming here, it's because I don't want to change like or add like a lot of like a great value here, but you can clearly see the difference. You can play it. You can play around with it afterwards, no problem. So now, next thing to do. Next thing to do. Let's come back. Let's come back. Next thing to do is now to work. You can see now that the border radius, like the radius, is let's say is changing. You see the radius is changing. Yeah, it is a cycle here and there. It is a square. So it is due to the radius that they put there. So we are going to play on it. And also we have like the size diminishing when turning to a cycle. You see small size here and great size here. Okay, so we are going to play around with these two values and see how it goes. Okay, so I'll define, in order to do it, I'll define two animation variables. Okay, so I have first of all the animation of the size animation, and also another animation for the radius. Okay, all right, cool. So now, if I come back here, they are also twins. So I'll begin with size animation, and I'll give to it. So twin, and double. Okay, 17. All right, begin. So the beginning of our twin is here. We have already defined like these values. The one that is playing, is displaying right now. So I'll take this 60 and I'll put it here as a beginning. And what we have afterwards, these values, yes, I can barely say it is 25, for example. Okay, so I'll define the end value as 25, and then I'll also animate it. But here I'll not add a curve. Okay, so I'll just animate it with the animation controller. Okay, and that will be like the same thing I'll do for the angle one. No, not the angle. The radius one. Okay, green, green. I'll give it double again. So here the radius, let's say it's from 5, the one that you have already defined, that is here the 5, to, for example, 50, because we want you to make it a circle. You see, so here, um, I give it 5, and at the end is a 50. Animate that animation controller. All right. Okay. So I think we are good for now. Okay. And now let's just replace the values here. So one thing to do is to change this to the size animation, that value. Okay. And also this one, the size animation, it is a square. So size animation, that value. All right. And here for the radius, we'll just change it to the radius animation at value. And now let's just run it back, and there will be a lot of changes. Okay, let's wait. All right. So now you can see like the changes. Yeah, we are almost there. We are almost there. Really interesting. So yeah, I think we have the animation working. But now next thing to do, you can also now see that the border is like the weight of the border here is less than what we have. For example, here you see once you see, for example, this and yeah, the radius. Sorry, the border width, yeah, is increasing when it becomes more square. Okay, so we are going to play around with it, but now let's just use, let's say, the size value, you know, to make this. We'll just take like the size animation value and divide it by, for example, 8. You see, and let's see the difference. Okay, it's loading, it's loading. So you see, yeah. So now you can see it. Look at it. Look at what we have. Okay. So yes, I think we have the final result. We can even try to make some kind of comparison. I don't know. Let's come back. Okay. And yes, if I come back here, for example, and I run it, you see, I think that's pretty it. Yeah, we have like the same thing. And that's very interesting. Yes. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. That's very cool. Okay. Um, yes. So I think we are at the end. Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed it, and mm, yeah, I wish you can report these things and learn more from this. So that's what I basically wanted to show you in this session. So I hope you have enjoyed it, and also once again, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. I'll put the link of the project in the description, and also you can follow me on my social media to get more from me. Yeah, so thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Yeah, bye bye.